Facing a narcissist and want the upper hand in conversations? Let's get straight to it and unveil those phrases they absolutely despise hearing. Number 1. I disagree. Expressing disagreement with a narcissist may seem challenging due to their dominating nature, but it is a crucial step in asserting your perspective and autonomy. By saying, I disagree, you're making it clear that you have your own thoughts and opinions that might not align with theirs. This phrase disrupts the illusion that they always know best or that their perspective is the only one that matters. When using this phrase, remember to stay calm and firm. Narcissists may react by belittling your opinion or trying to persuade you otherwise, but stand your ground. Your perspective is valid and your opinions matter. You're not obliged to agree with the narcissist's views just to appease them. This act of assertiveness demonstrates your autonomy and can be a significant step in reclaiming your power in the relationship. Number 2. No. This two-letter word carries immense power, especially when dealing with a narcissist. Narcissists often rely on the compliance of others to maintain their sense of control. By saying no, you challenge this control and assert your boundaries. It's a straightforward yet effective way to protect your interests and deny unreasonable demands. Remember, you have the right to say no without explaining yourself or feeling guilty. While the narcissist may react negatively or try to manipulate you into changing your mind, it's crucial to stand firm in your decision. Your no signifies your independence, your boundary setting, and your refusal to be manipulated. Number 3. I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say. Narcissists often resort to manipulative tactics like gaslighting to control others. They may attempt to distort reality or confuse you to gain an upper hand. When you're feeling unsure or confused by a narcissist's narrative, saying, I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say, can be an effective response. This phrase allows you to express your confusion without directly accusing them of lying or manipulating. It indicates that you're trying to understand but are not readily accepting their distorted version of reality. It also gives you time to process what they're saying and respond effectively. The narcissist may react by trying to further explain or distort reality, but remember that your perception and understanding of the situation are equally important. Stay grounded in your reality and don't let them bamboozle you. Number 4. That's your perspective. When dealing with a narcissist, it's important to distinguish between their perspective and reality. Narcissists often believe their views to be the ultimate truth and may try to impose them on others. Saying, that's your perspective, is a polite way of asserting that their viewpoint is not necessarily your reality. This phrase acknowledges their opinion, but also implies that it's just one way of looking at things. It reaffirms your right to have a different perspective and safeguards you from getting sucked into their distortion of reality. The narcissist may react negatively, try to argue, or belittle your viewpoint, but remember that everyone is entitled to their own perspective, including you. Number 5. I have my own plan. Narcissists often try to control others by dictating their actions or decisions. By stating, I have my own plan, you're asserting your autonomy and showing them that you're not dependent on their guidance or approval. Having and voicing your own plans indicates your independent thinking and self-reliance. It communicates that you're capable of making decisions for yourself and are not easily swayed by their narcissist's influence. They may question your plan, give unsolicited advice, or even belittle your abilities. Regardless, remain firm in your stance and continue to make and follow your own path. Your life is your own, and you have the right to navigate it as you see fit. Number 6. I don't accept your assessment of me. Narcissists often attempt to disparage or criticize others to assert their own superiority. By saying, I don't accept your assessment of me, you push back against their negative portrayal of you and assert your self-worth. This statement sends a powerful message that you know your worth and won't allow their negativity to undermine your self-perception. While this may be challenging, especially if the narcissist is relentless with their criticisms, it is crucial to remember that their assessments are often distorted by their self-centered perspective. Their judgment often says more about their insecurities than it does about you. Stand by your knowledge of who you are and refuse to let their negativity affect your self-esteem. Number 7. Your anger is not my responsibility. Narcissists may often blame others for their emotional states, especially negative ones like anger or frustration. By saying, your anger is not my responsibility, you challenge this blame game. This statement makes it clear that you're not responsible for managing their emotions. Responding this way can disrupt their pattern of shifting blame and force them to deal with their feelings instead of projecting them onto you. While you can be empathetic, it's not your job to regulate someone else's emotions, especially when they're used as a manipulation tool. Number 8. I need to think about it. Narcissists typically pressure others into making quick decisions that suit their preferences. Responding with, "I need to think about it," can disarm this tactic. This phrase shows that you won't be rushed or pressured into decision-making. It also gives you the opportunity to assess the situation independently without the narcissist's influence. Your willingness to take time for decision-making might frustrate them, but it's a crucial step towards maintaining control in your interactions with them. Number 9. I am prioritizing my needs. Narcissists often expect others to put their needs first. By saying, "I am prioritizing my needs," you assert your right to self-care. This declaration not only shocks the narcissist, but also establishes that you consider your needs important. This may provoke accusations of selfishness or guilt-tripping tactics from the narcissist, but keep in mind that prioritizing your needs is a necessity, which you should feel good about. You deserve to care for yourself as much as anyone else. Number 10. I'm okay with being imperfect. Narcissists often use other people's insecurities or imperfections to manipulate them. Saying, "I'm okay with being imperfect," disrupts this manipulation, whilst also embracing your humanity and rejecting the unrealistic expectations of perfection that narcissists might set. Accepting your imperfections can be incredibly freeing. It allows you to grow, learn, and make mistakes without the constant fear of judgment or criticism. Although the narcissist may attempt to use your imperfections against you, being comfortable with your flaws can help you remain unfazed by their attempts to undermine you. Number 11. You don't define me. Narcissists often try to define or label others based on their narrow perceptions. Telling a narcissist, "You don't define me," firmly asserts your individuality and independence. This phrase makes it clear that you know your worth and won't let the narcissist's judgments define or control you. While it's natural to feel affected by how others perceive us, remember that you are more than the labels a narcissist might attempt to place on you. You define yourself, and your worth is not contingent on a narcissist's perception. Number 12. This conversation is over. There are times when a conversation with a narcissist can turn unproductive, disrespectful, or even abusive. In such instances, asserting, "This conversation is over," can be a powerful tool to reclaim your control. While the narcissist might resist, push back, or try to bait you into continuing the conversation, the best thing to do is to walk away when a conversation begins to make you uneasy. You don't have to endure a conversation that negatively impacts your emotional well-being. The importance of setting such a boundary cannot be overstated for maintaining your mental and emotional health. Number 13. I don't need your approval. Narcissists often wield approval as a form of control, granting or withholding it to manipulate others. By stating, "I don't need your approval," you disturb this dynamic and emphasize your independence and confidence in your own abilities and decisions. Number 14. I will not tolerate disrespect. Narcissists often resort to disrespectful behavior to assert dominance. Asserting, "I will not tolerate disrespect," sets a firm boundary against such behavior. This phrase communicates that you value respect in interactions and will not endure behavior that violates this principle. By upholding your boundaries, you reinforce the importance of mutual respect and make it clear that you won't be manipulated or belittled. Number 15. I value different opinions. Narcissists often belittle others' opinions to uphold their superiority. Saying, "I value different opinions," asserts your respect for diversity in thought and indirectly challenges the narcissist's dismissive behavior. This statement implies that you see value in varied perspectives and that you don't consider the narcissist's opinion to be the only one that matters. This can be a powerful phrase to use when a narcissist tries to impose their perspective. It upholds the idea that every opinion, including yours, has value and deserves respect. Now armed with those powerful phrases, are you ready to understand their next strategies? Find out about their alarming response to the resilient, or expose their unseen actions. Which path will you take? And hey, if you've enjoyed, don't forget to hit like, share your views, and join our tribe by subscribing.